here's your castle. You
Here's
work
my
in a
castle.
You're like a princess in a castle.
Oh, prefer queen.
So yeah, a queen of the castle, and here we are. Gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Riding with Jonathan. I am your host, Jonathan Larsen. Today, I am with Erin Sanderson from the Sanford Health Foundation, Vice President, I believe.
I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Royalty right here. So, welcome. And Erin, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. First of all, this is a cool little rig that you have.
Have you ever been interviewed in a Volkswagen bus before?
I haven't, and I'm totally adding it to my resume.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Okay, so thank you for having me. I have the opportunity to serve as Vice President for Sanford Health Foundation. As you know, I've been here for just about 11 years because you and I worked together even before I came to Sanford.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that, I'm sure. So we've known each other a long time. But now in this role, I have really this beautiful opportunity to connect our donors, our community supporters, grateful patients, really anyone in this area that is thankful for care that they received or would like to see additional opportunities available to patients or caregivers at Sanford Health, and really take on the fundraising arm of Sanford Health. So we do that specific in the Sioux Falls region. I now just took on the Black Hills region as well, so really all of South Dakota, Southwest Minnesota, and beyond. And what we're doing is fundraising for areas such as Sanford Children's, so I know our community loves our Castle of Care here locally, the Edith Sanford Breast Center, Sanford Cancer, Ava's House Hospice, general needs, whether it's nursing, trauma, behavioral health, etc. So just a really cool gig that I get the chance to connect with people and connect them to a potential passion that they have that can be made possible through philanthropy.
And you guys do a lot of events. Like you constantly go from one event to the next event. Now you're not solely responsible as the vice president, but you oversee all of those, and there is kind of a point person, I would say, for each event. Is that kind of correct?
That's correct. So that was a big bump. This and a lot of semis going on here. Yeah, so I oversee, when I say all of the fundraising, that's anywhere from making sure that we're sending out the right mailers and communication all the way to special events that we have that we'll dive into a little bit. Major and transformational giving, so people that are just wanting to make a generous gift to Sanford Health in any capacity, not tied to an event whatsoever. We're having a lot of those conversations. But yeah, then I have a remarkable team that really executes what we would like to see put into place for events like the Children's Gala. We are almost, nope, that was yellow.
That was yellow, but I can't stop that fast,
Nope,
so
that
we
was
gotta
okay.
do
I
it.
appreciate that. Children's Gala and Big Stars and Pink Guitars amongst. We're also the region's only Children's Miracle Network hospital at Sanford Children's.
Okay.
So we do things like radiothon events. Dairy Queen Miracle Treat Day is our event that supports the kids. So like you said, definitely bouncing from one thing to the next all the time, just making sure we're supporting our community however we can.
And the one thing that, I mean, I've worked with you in Sioux Falls, Bismarck, Fargo, all over the region. But I think the one thing I could point out that you guys do really well is your cultivation of donors. The way that you communicate with them and the following that you have of when they come to your event, they know what they're doing, they know why they're there, and this is a really big truck and I'm going to give him a little bit of room.
This has been interesting so far.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, look how close you are to the front.
No, it is.
So I have to drive, like, I find I don't smile a lot and it looks like I'm really concentrating because I am. Because I'm just trying to keep us alive and focus on what I'm doing. So the interview is a little bit different. I can't be like, and tell me more.
I'm staring at your cheek the whole time I'm talking.
And so it's like,
No, the viewers can't see this, but there is a circular crack in the windshield.
Yeah.
that looks to be like maybe the last person you were interviewing's head shape. But
Yeah.
you reassured me it was not.
Well, it wasn't a very good interview, and so I put on the brakes, and that's what happened.
That's
so
what happened. That's
just motivation to make sure you are exciting. No.
Yeah.
So I was talking about your donors. You guys do
Yeah.
a great job with
Thank
that. Like, and it's not just your company, but you can really see it when people come to your events. There's just this sense of you guys did a lot of work on the back end, because you look at some of your events and they're very successful.
Yeah.
But that doesn't just happen because of your name or who you are.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on the other end of it. A lot of hard work that goes into this to make sure it's there. It's not we send out an invite and we hope we get people
That'd be
there.
cool.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
That would save a lot of time, and a lot of people would probably lose their jobs.
Yeah.
If it just took one postcard or an invite.
I know, right? We don't want that to happen. I might be out of a job.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate hearing that from you. I know that you know that because you're heavy in the event world. I think that that's probably a misconception that a lot of people think. My favorite thing is when we close out like $1 million event and everyone goes, all in one night? And I go, yeah, for sure, all in one night. We didn't talk to anyone before at all. But anyone that's watching or knows anything about events, it's a year-round effort. So it's really our job. We know that especially in the Sioux Falls area, we have a lot of philanthropic opportunities outside of Sanford. I mean, we have a lot in our own world, let alone, our movers and shakers in Sioux Falls are being asked to go to an event all the time. So our goal is just always, how do you know it's one of our events? How are we making sure that we're setting you up with exactly what to expect? What are we going to be asking of you? We want the right people in the room. We don't do a come one, come all to all of our events very intentionally, because while we would love to have people in the room, we want people in the room that know what their job is, and that's really supporting where we need them to support and what our most area of greatest need is. So I'm really proud of the team. I think they work really, really hard at setting those expectations, making people feel like they know what's going on, and giving them a night that maybe feels different from the rest of the events that they attend throughout the year.
Absolutely. We're going to go by the prison.
This is also
So it's so windy out, and so it's a little bit different. We have the windows up because it is like so windy.
A lot of construction.
So we're trying to get to a place where maybe you got to wave. You got to honk and wave, because everybody likes the horn's the best part of
it.
The
Absolutely
bus.
is.
I mean, it's just like, hey guys, hey. So we might be able to get it on the thing. Oh, another big bump. But I was getting back to how you said how people can expect, know what to expect when they come to your event.
Yeah.
And one of the main things that I do in my consulting is I tell my potential clients and my clients that people know why you're inviting them there.
Yeah.
Don't hide the fact. Basically, you want them to show up and you want their money and you want them to donate. Don't make it tricky for them to figure out how are they going to give, where are they going to give, and wonder when is that opportunity coming.
Yeah.
Be straightforward with it.
Yeah.
This is why you're here. This is what we expect from you.
Absolutely.
And just give them that opportunity to give, and don't put it towards the very end and wait and be like, and then they're always wondering, when's this going to happen?
Right.
Okay, this is a big hill, so
that's fine.
I don't know. Hold on.
But
okay. No, it's like at the front of a roller coaster.
I hate roller coasters.
Oh.
No, this is great. This has been really good. I think that that's one of the worst situations as an attendee of an event, to show up and feel inspired and not even know how you can make a difference. Sometimes there's pledge cards laying on the table. You're like, do I fill these out? What do I do? There is something we intentionally made the shift of a few years ago, which is not the norm everywhere, is we went away from silent auctions.
Okay.
I think you can really find a silent auction anywhere.
Yep.
And so what is, of course your cause is hopefully what's standing out amongst the rest, is that people are there because they're passionate about women's or children's or cancer or whatever it may be. But I do think there's magic in getting straight to the point and not making people walk the room, see what they're bidding on. It's, hey, we need your gift, and we need to put your gift into action immediately. And so we do our fund a mission portion of many of our events that you're very much a part of. That people know in that moment, no matter the size of gift that they make, whether it's $50 or 500 or 10,000, they know exactly what their gift is going to support, and that is the time of the event that they need to make their gift.
And I think it also makes it easier on people. Like the fund admission, I love the live auction because that's when I get to be entertaining and I can be fun.
Right, we love live auctions.
And when it works, it works. But the paddle raise, that gives people an opportunity to just give an amount that's meaningful to them, and they don't have to worry about what am I going to do with this. I don't want it to be like trips, for instance.
Yeah.
Trips are awesome, but then they got to make a decision of, can we go? What do we have planned? What do the kids have? And they got a lot of things going on.
Are there blackout dates associated with it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it comes down to, if people have to think, they're not going to give.
Right.
You know, if you have to think about it, if it's that difficult, you're not going to do it. So just make it simple. This is why we're here. This is what we're doing. And this downtown is always busy.
Isn't this crazy how much it's grown?
It is.
Every time I get down here. It's so cool. Yeah, there's definitely, like I said, some magic to that, and I think what you want to do as event planners, fundraisers, really leaders in philanthropy is give people an experience that they can't get anywhere else. And while I think a lot of nonprofits lean into, well, you know, we all think our cause is the best, right? We hope that that's what's getting them there. We know that there's really needs to be something else that stands out. So that's like why when we do a live auction, like we do at Big Stars and Pink Guitars, we offer them an auction item in return that they cannot get anywhere else. So it's not the trips, the goodie baskets, the things that they can probably buy on their own. And while those things are great, and I know they really, really work for a lot of nonprofits, we made that shift. We ripped off the Band-Aid and we hoped it worked, and it definitely, people are appreciative of, I know what my role is here at the event tonight. Yeah,
and you just don't, I don't know why I'm stopping, but just making sure. People need to know what's going to happen, where they're doing, and what's expected. So it is good, and it takes all different types of events, all different types of donors and things like that. So
yeah, for sure.
It's just what works for you, because most of your other events are just the paddle raise or fund admission portion and not live auction or anything else.
Yeah.
As far as like the auctions that I'm in a part of, not like your golf tournaments and all your other things that you do, but
yeah, absolutely.
So, okay, so what is your what's your favorite part about your job?
There's actually a lot. I'm lucky to say that even 11 years in, that there is a lot about my job that I love every single day and I look forward to. I would say, I know this is a larger umbrella, but the people, whether it's the donors that I'm working with and hearing their stories of why they want to make an impact or how they have the ability to make an impact, or the patients that we serve and the reason they want to share their story is because they had a care team at Sanford that quite literally saved their life or saved their child's life. I love working with our board of directors. I love working with my hospital leadership team to really kind of geek out and figure out where exactly can we make a difference and how will that impact their budget and the decisions that they're going to make and how they invest into our local healthcare. So I love my team. I have an amazing team. We have a lot of fun together. I think that our culture is in the best place that it's ever been. And I think, just holistically, if I have days that I've spent working with people all day, regardless of who they are, my bucket is definitely full. For sure.
That's good. It's surprising how many people don't really enjoy their job.
Yeah.
You know, in a sense, because we spend most of our waking time at our job. And I understand that you can't always like every aspect of it.
Right.
I mean, even I have a few things that I would rather not do.
Yeah.
But on a whole, like, I'm so pumped that this is my job. This is my career.
Your path,
this is
led you.
So we have that. We've been together for 11 years. Was it 11 or 12 years? One of my first events, one of my first years I was in business, I worked with you at another organization, and that's how we met. And then I kind of knew you a little bit then because we only had a few meetings. And then at the night of the event, you said, "Hey, this is my last day with the organization." Yeah, you quit. And then I'm like, Oh man, I really enjoyed working with you. You were organized. You were on top of it. It was a good
That's
event.
nice. That was a different version of me. I'm not as organized anymore.
Well,
I didn't have
you got a
kids.
lot more going on,
Yeah.
but then it was a
Yeah.
couple years later. Then you went to Sanford.
Yep.
You were way low on the totem pole,
I
and then you remembered me, and then you stuck your neck out and said, "Hey, I think we should hire this guy." And they were probably like, "Why?" But they did.
Trust.
And yeah, and then it's worked out. I mean, I've been doing your events for 9 years, 8-9 years,
Yeah.
and now you're vice president. So what
Yes.
does that say? So I guess if
Are you
you hire
thinking
me,
you got me there?
yeah, I
That's
think
what I
so.
heard.
Oh yeah, I
That's
think
what I
so.
heard.
I mean, I can't promise it for everybody out there, but usually if you do hire me, you probably will be
Yeah.
vice president within
Yeah,
a couple
I didn't
years.
have any role in your growth, but what happened is you had
Yeah.
a role in my growth.
You-
that
you
guy
had-
just lost his hat.
Oh, I just stopped at that place. It looks like there should be a stop sign there, and there's not.
There is.
Is there?
Yep.
Okay.
That was good that you stopped.
Okay, good.
Yep, we're good.
That guy behind me just looked like I shouldn't have. So,
No, he's probably looking at your
no,
car.
you have done great things for my career.
That's awesome to
I
hear.
am I'm very glad to be working with your organization and with you, and just the different teams of yours that I get to work with, whether I'm in Bismarck or Fargo
Yeah.
or Sioux Falls. It's just always a nice thing to have
Yeah.
that perspective.
Yeah, I think
Um,
it's really exciting. Like you said, we've worked together a long time. I was at the Muscular Dystrophy Association. That was actually one of the first roles I had in nonprofit. That was what I went to school for. I'm one of those unique people that actually is doing exactly what they went to school for, public
Okay.
relations and nonprofit. And when I was at Muscular Dystrophy Association, you helped me really launch. We knew that we wanted to do a special event, but we didn't know how or what or where.
Oh, yeah.
And we had a great event. It was awesome. And yeah, I think it was the end of the event that I said, by the way, I accepted a job. And I came onto Sanford Health Foundation as the Children's Miracle Network program director.
Oh, okay.
So my first gig at Sanford was pure fundraising for the Children's Hospital. So I think that's what really, that's where my passion point blossomed into
Yeah.
a lot of the other things that we've been able to do for women's and children's health care. But yeah, when we latched arms back then, and then we've been working together through varied special events here, and there is, a different level of energy and invitation to give that you bring to the events. I truly believe we couldn't do it without you. I think there's a lot of nonprofits that aren't willing to make the investment in a good auctioneer, right? You know
Yeah.
that. I
Well,
think
yeah.
it's the same thing as a good event planner. It's kind of the mentality of we can do it ourselves, right?
Yep.
I'm sure we could go send somebody up and do our fund emission and do our guitar auction. But I also think there's a lot of merit to partnering with somebody that you've been with and is starting to understand your mission, and then you start knowing who's going to be in the room. I mean, we even sit down intentionally and you go, okay, this is who I think is going to be there, so I'm going to figure out how to work the room.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a you just show up and help us that night. You're really,
For some reason, the camera turned off there, but
it was like you're done.
you're done.
Yeah, it's
and sometimes it gets hot, and so.
That's right.
But that is very true. And the other thing is, you got to be able to trust the person that you have up on stage. Like, I'm an ambassador for your organization, so you don't want to just put anybody up there that you aren't sure what they're going to do, if they're going to do it, and how much do they really care about your organization. You want somebody up there that you know that's going to fight for every dollar
Yeah,
and do it right without offending people.
yeah,
You know, and there is a fine line, you know, that you get up there and you do it with a little bit of class,
yeah.
and do it that way. But
I agree. I mean,
No.
I think we have to remember that this is your expertise, and we all have our expertise, right? So if
Yeah.
you're willing to make that investment on the front end and know that your job is to go up there and make that successful, it takes one element of the event off of our hands, and
Yeah.
so we can, I mean, not that we ever breathe during that portion, because we always want to know how well it's going to do, but at
Yeah.
least it's not us on stage at this moment, and we get to watch you do your thing, and raise a lot of money for us on our behalf, and it's really cool. We love working with you.
and I've always paid for myself.
You
So
have.
I've always brought in more than what I've charged.
Yes.
Some
Even in our
cases
first
will-
event, when I think you bought the silent auction items.
I bought the live auction items at the MDA.
Well, at the MDA one.
Yeah, I
you
got a
felt
couple-
bad. That's why I
yeah.
don't like silent auctions.
I know.
You felt bad because the live auction, you did great. the
Yeah.
silent auction you weren't really doing, and I remember
Yeah.
you were like, so turns out I may have fallen flat on that one. But yeah, no, you, I mean, without a doubt, are playing your part.
Yeah, it's what I guess it's what I do. It's what I'm passionate about. That's the part I like.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
it's fun for me, but it's a lot of psychology goes into what I do, and I didn't realize it until I really got deeper into what I do about reading the crowd, body language, and stuff like that, of knowing how far can you push these people, where are they at, and stuff like that. It's a lot goes into it, and so if you just throw somebody up there, sure, maybe they can chant, but can they read your room? Can they set that tone? Can they keep that excitement going? And can they keep people happy? Because even in a room, let's say some of ours are 400 people or more.
Yeah.
Out of those 400 people, there might only be 12 bidders. Everybody else wants to have a good time.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be entertained. Even if they're not participating, they're like, all right, let's see what you got. You know, we want to have fun too.
Yep.
So there's that element too into it.
I think there's you have to have a lot of psychological awareness to be in that kind of a role. I say the same thing in fundraising. Really, for my team, is there is that little element of knowing when the donor or event attendee is ready to just like, I just got to think about this a little bit longer, or are you asking the right questions? Are you helping guide them in the conversation? And so that's what's great about you when I say you're an extension of us. We do that all day, every day, right? We're having those conversations with donors all the time on their personal giving. You're just able to do it to a mass audience in a way that I would probably get a little gun shy. I can ask a lot of people for a lot of things, but there's something about Fund a Mission that I would be like, nope, I think we're good. You guys have been very generous. That you push them a little bit further and always, get those last 1,000, last 10,000, and it's always makes a huge difference.
And it's about letting people feel like they're winning.
Yeah.
That's another thing of your messaging and the way that you guys do it. You focus on your success, and you're more like, with what we raised last year, we were able to do this.
Yeah.
Just imagine what we could do with more. It's not like, oh, we're so far behind, we need more, we need more, we need more. And that's tough on people, because then they're like, well, we're just throwing money at this and they can't get anything done. So flip your script. If you have one like that, flip it to be like, because of your generosity, we were able to accomplish this, and just highlight your accomplishments. And then people can be like, oh, okay, this is working, and then build off of that. And I think you guys do a really good job of that. You don't focus on what you needed per se, because scare tactics or guilting people into giving, that's not going to work. It just it doesn't work well. So I think Sanford does a great job with that. I mean, you and your team, you kind of got that figured out.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's important for people to understand the role that they play at every dollar amount, right? So it's like, it can be really deceiving to say, we need to completely replenish everything at the Edith Sanford Breast Center, right? They would be like, I don't even know where to start. My $50 isn't going to make a difference. So we very closely monitor donor dollars all throughout the year, so that we can truly come stand on stage and say, I can tell you exactly where the gifts from this exact event went last year. And anywhere from a $180 wig that we're able to provide for cancer patients, all the way to hundreds of thousands of dollars that we invested in 3D mammography through Big Stars and Pink Guitars. So really, I mean, people know that they, again, I've said this a few times, but they know exactly where their place is, they know exactly what their role is and the difference that they made. So we try, again, clarity creates a lot of opportunities if you just tell people what you need.
Exactly. And you got to explain to people or show people how even $100, if everybody gave $100, I always say this, like, it adds up quickly. Because people are like, well, what's $100 going to do when you're trying to raise $1 million? But it does make a difference, especially when a wig's like $180, or there's smaller things like that, whether you're buying diapers for kids or providing gas cards for people to get to their appointments, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it seems so insignificant to us, but when used properly, it can make a huge difference in these lives.
Yeah, and I think that's what we pride ourselves in a lot of the philanthropic elements that we provide at Sanford is it's sometimes the big things, it's sometimes the big capital projects, or we need to build this entire new Ava's House hospice, but a lot of times we're recognize the most from patients and caregivers is, hey, I noticed that the foundation was able to give out meal vouchers to these families that haven't left the hospital for a long time. Thank you for that. That's at like $4 a voucher, right? But that's what they remember the most, and so that's typically where they'll come back and say, tell me more about this, and how can I give the next $50 to provide meals for a family for the next week that they're in the hospital. And I think it's really important for people to know that everyone can be a philanthropist in some element. I think about, we just had Dairy Queen Miracle Treat Day. Big day in South Dakota. We do big things with that. I always joke, like, is that a good or a bad thing that we sell more ice cream in South Dakota than anywhere in the country? We love our calories in our ice cream.
Yes.
But you take the Madison Dairy Queen, for example, in Madison, South Dakota, small community. DeLon Moore owns that location, very passionate about helping the kids. This was his 20th year of Miracle Treat Day.
All right.
And because of what he's raised over 20 years, he's been able to donate $1 million to Sanford Children's Hospital in 20 years of Miracle Treat Day. So that is people showing up to his business on Miracle Treat Day, buying a Blizzard, buying Blizzard coupons. It's those, that kind of the misconception that, gosh, I can't be a philanthropist because I can't go give $1 million, $500,000, $100,000. It just, people have to realize that if you're taking the cumulative total of year after year after year of support, find a cause that you care about and support them at a level that's okay and meaningful to you every year. You look back on that and you go, whoa, I was able to do a lot through that, and I thought it was a little bit each time. So I love stories like that. I think, of course, we love our donors that are able to make these transformational gifts, but outside, are we going on a vacation?
No, we're going to the airport.
Yeah, I noticed.
Because we're going to do another segment, a new segment, but I can't be driving while we do it. And so I got to find a place to pull over, and
I got excited. I'm a vacation girly.
Yes, and now with Riding with Jonathan, we're turning into Flying with Jonathan.
Speaking of live auction package, I won one, and we're going to Mexico.
Yeah, so it's just something I'm doing now. We've been super successwe're here with Riding with Jonathan and all these views, and YouTube is going to send
my favorite people out on vacation.
Now everybody's going to want to be a part of this, so we're going to pull into this spot. So this is. Cool. We're going to do this, and I'm just going to stop right here.
Are these old McDonald's toys? Like, that reminds me of what I
can't see, but I can show you guys in the thing. These are Mr. Incredible. I just get these from my kids. I like the Smurfs. Got this
it reminds me of
He-Man.
Like things we used to get.
So it kind of is. So I have them all up here, and sometimes in the camera you can see like the reflection. Like if you guys on screen are seeing like a pink, like a reflection. Yeah, hue. That's Barbie. And then Papa Smurf with the spyglass, and I
definitely think I had that Barbie
picture of it
growing up.
So this is going to be rapid questions, and this is the first time we've done it. And the reason this is the first time we've done it because you came up with this idea to help me. Because that's what you're doing. You're taking an interest in my career, my business, and you're always willing to help out. So how this is going to work? We have this little button that she has. But
we should turn that off and just hit it.
We should just turn it off?
Well, I'll hold it.
You can hold it? Okay.
That's just kind of annoying. I mean, I'm fine.
I'm going to turn off the truck or the fan anyway. So I'm going to go through these questions. You're just going to answer them really quick. Okay. And then we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
What are you doing in the final hours before an event?
I am finishing up run through. I am trying to get myself ready because I usually have not allocated enough time for that. And drinking a lot of water and getting a vitamin infusion.
Nice. Boom. Favorite event snack backstage?
Protein bar or shake.
Okay. What is your coffee order?
Venti iced sugar-free caramel macchiato with skim.
Nice. What is your Starbucks name?
My Starbucks name?
Do you have one?
No.
You don't have one?
That's a thing?
Why wouldn't it be? They ask you your name. You could be anything in the world, and you just say your own name.
Oh, I should get an alter
I think
ego.
you should get one, and you'd be like, that's my Starbucks name. It's kind of like an alias,
it's
but not
Erin,
nice.
but it's actually usually Aaron, when that's very clearly the male spelling.
So they
came up with that for me.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, we've already discussed this in the thing, but silent auction or live auction?
Live.
Okay. Most memorable auction item?
Taylor Swift autographed guitar package at Big Stars Big Guitars. Went for $100,000.
Boom!
Boom! You did that.
Yeah, that's kind of my answer too.
Is it?
Well,
Ever?
that was my biggest. Yeah, that was my biggest one.
That's
so far.
And then you did it again last year with Jimmy Buffett.
That's true, but it wasn't as special because
I feel like I deserved it.
Yeah, you just need to hit that. Favorite movie?
Oh gosh, there's so many.
But your go-to that you could watch back to back.
The Notebook.
Okay.
That sounds cheesy. Or Step Brothers.
Those are way opposite.
That's my
spectrums.
personality.
Okay.
Just depends on who you get.
Carpool karaoke partner?
Besides you.
Besides me, we're not singing.
Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews. Okay, most chaotic part of an event day?
Trying to get everyone to do run-through on time.
Yes. What was your first job?
My first job?
Yeah.
I worked in an ice cream shop in Bertzel's in Mason City, Iowa.
Mason City, Iowa. They sell a lot of ice cream there too.
I got caught eating the ice cream out of the thing.
Did you really?
I swear to God.
What's the most stressful part about an event for you?
Seating chart.
What shoe do you put on first?
Right.
And toilet paper.
No, I knew that easy.
Toilet paper over or under?
Over.
Wow, you are good. And let's see, what's in your trunk right now?
My kids' football stuff, baseball stuff left over from the summer, and a bag of stuff from Miracle Treat Day that I haven't emptied my car out yet because it's a mess.
Hopefully they're not blizzards.
They're not blizzards.
All right. All right, that has been rapid questions. I think that's like 15 or 16 of them.
I love it.
And that was
I
fun.
pass?
I think you passed. Yeah,
Perfect.
you did. Well, because I put my left shoe on first all the time.
You do?
Absolutely.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Ever since I was probably 15, I made a mental note of it. And if I start putting my right shoe on first, I will take it off and start over with my left.
Yeah.
And it just started out as, I wonder if I could train myself to do this. And that's the only habit I've really been good at.
I didn't know that I did that until you asked, and it's like muscle memory. I was like, no, I could never go with my left foot first.
And my wife was like, nobody cares but you. And I'm like,
no, I'm gonna probably pay attention.
But I think people do it, but they just don't realize they do it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you knew.
I knew immediately.
You knew immediately. I'm probably going to my right foot on that.
Yeah, always.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
All right, now we can.
Fun. Now we're going to Mexico.
Now we're going to Mexico.
Okay.
We're going to Mexico.
Mexico.
I might have to do a few more auctions with you guys before we can do that.
Okay,
or
that's
YouTube
fair.
hasn't sent me my check yet for.
They should.
I know they should. But so. As we're getting close to wrapping this up, what is one thing that you would do if you didn't need money and you just had to fill in the time? We should pick somebody up, like pretend we're Uber.
Where are we going today, folks?
We are going through the airport because it's a one-way.
Literally.
Literally. Okay, so as we're driving through the parking lot, people are pulling over because they don't know where the parking is.
Oh, should we help them?
Well, I don't know.
We get such bad secondhand. I want to help.
Yeah.
You know, they're admiring the new parking.
Yeah,
ramp.
they are.
It is beautiful.
They're looking at that. What is the one thing, if you didn't need money and you just needed to fill your day with an activity, what is the one thing that you would like to do that you would feel comfortable doing?
That's a great question. I actually am a dork that I love my job this much that I would probably still do a lot of volunteering.
Okay.
I joke that I probably would be volunteering to do a lot of this stuff, but I happen to have landed the job where I get paid for it, so that's awesome.
Bonus.
Otherwise, I would travel like crazy. I am like I said, I think it was a tee up for a vacation.
It's great that I took you to the airport.
That you brought me to the airport.
So now you got like that itch.
You were going to Hawaii. I just want to go somewhere. I love to travel. My family kind of lives all over. My sister lives in San Diego. I love international travel, and I would do all of it with my family. I have a wonderful husband, Brian. 2 kiddos. Rory is almost 10, and Sydney is 5. And I would make sure that to bring, snatch them up when they are not in school, and go do all the things. Experience all the things and kind of see a little bit of the world.
Very good answer. Well, Erin, thank you so much for being a part of this little episode and for your rapid fire question suggestion and being the first one to do it. I'm going to use it on my other ones because I think it's kind of fun to do. So we will see you guys on the next one. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.